What's going on, y'all? It's Michael. Back from another little break, and staying true to character, I have a pickups video to get back into the swing of things. Per usual, it's good to be back. I appreciate you all reaching out. If you all follow me on Instagram, you all saw that I had some family issues to tend to. Not just the one that I posted, but I had a couple other things that I had to deal with pop up, all within the span of a week. So, had some shit going on. My grades were suffering a little bit, so I had to take some time off to, reorganize my priorities. But I'm back with a pickups video. Might be a little tone deaf considering the fact that our economy is free falling, and I know a lot of people, including me, are facing losing their jobs, but I just wanted to get back into putting out content on a consistent basis, and these videos are the easiest ones for me to make. So here I am. Aside from that, anything that I show in this video, feel free to reach out to me if you would like it, because I sort of had an opportunity pop up. I was offered a mentorship in New York from a designer who's probably my favorite right now. So I kind of have to figure out how to make that happen while also, facing imminent quarantine and not being able to work. So before I go any further though, I really want to, give a little bit of advice for right now, because I'm not sure that the full ramifications of this pandemic have set in with everybody. Beyond the sickness, there are a lot of auxiliary consequences to this breakout not being handled properly. So please, I beg of you, everybody that watches this, please just do your best. Be good with your money, because if you're in America, you cannot depend on the government to help you. If you have the financial freedom to buy any of these things from me and be good, by all means. But if you don't, please do not try to buy anything from me. I really do not want to compromise the financial security of your all situations, especially considering what's going on outside right now. So anyway, enough of the sad shit. Let's get into it. First thing that I picked up, I, fell victim to the scam that is luxury eyewear. At the boutique that I work at, Oneness, we have a, Gucci eyewear account. So we were having like a 60% off sale, and I had a little bit of money in my account, and I was going through some shit, and one of my major vices is retail therapy. So got these aviators. They have like a pretty cool golden tint whenever light reflects off of them. I think the camera's picking that up. I guess gold-plated frames, really teeny tiny Gucci detailing on the arms of the glasses. I think that's what these are called. I don't wear prescription lenses, so I'm not too familiar, forgive my ignorance. And then on the earpieces, I don't fucking know. It just has this very subtle gold B detailing, so pretty understated for a piece of Gucci eyewear. It's still pretty tacky, sleazy, wannabe badass middle-aged man. These are probably one of the items that I'm most readily willing to get rid of. So if you want these, let me know. I have a huge head, and it's very rare for me to find frames that fit my head. So, if you suffer the same fate, feel free to reach out. I'll get rid of these for a pretty good price, I think. Moving on, I got a couple pieces of knitwear. This first one comes from, if you're familiar with the Instagram account, it's like an archive page, Constant Practice. I bought this off of him. It's a Issei Miyake short sleeve knit from the 80s. Didn't have the exact season on it. It's got a bit of deconstruction detailing with the seams on the shoulders being exposed on the outside. All the others are inward, but pretty interesting detail. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the execution because as you can see, the sleeves sort of pull this down, so it's got a weird, spiral effect as you wear it. But the fiber that is used on this is 100% hemp, which is super interesting to me because, like I mentioned in my Staatsballet video, I really said that I wanted to see them use hemp as a fiber in the future, just because it's a very sustainable crop that is really good on the soil that it's grown in, and it also takes no water to grow. I've never seen a knit sweater produced with hemp fiber, and it's still got this very hairy look to it. Camera's definitely not gonna pick that up. I'm not even gonna try. Got it in a size medium, which with Japanese sizing, I figured it would fit very tight fitting, but it came in and it fits like a true to size large t-shirt. So I still really like it. It's got a bit of opacity to it. So, I mean, I wore like a tank top underneath it and you could see the whole thing through it, which, I don't know, I can probably find a way around that, but at the same time it looks a bit gaudy. So again, something that I'm not super attached to, so if you want it, you know, just hit me up. Oh yeah, by the way, I've also listed a bunch of things on my Grailed, some designer stuff and also some vintage stuff. So, you know, kind of expensive and also affordable, good little price range. So if you're interested in checking those out, just go to my description and a link to my Grailed should be down there. And you can just check that out. Just send me an offer if you see anything that you're interested in. Next up, the other knit that I got. This is a piece that I am not so willing to part with. This is a Helmut Lang Autumn Winter 98 sweater. And if you're familiar with Helmut Lang's work, you will be familiar with how enamored he was with the utility of garments that were produced for the military. So this sweater is very much inspired by general issue military sweaters. This comes in a navy. It might look black on camera, but I really like how the knit is distributed, I guess. Like the wales of the knit have a good width with a good width of distance between them, if that makes sense. Unribbed hems, huge fan of that. I think ribbed hems on sweaters can be kind of tacky, well, not tacky looking, maybe more so just cluttered. I don't know. It loses a bit of utility in sacrificing those, but at the same time, the look is just so much better. But it's a very slim sweater that really flatters my waifish figure. There are other adjectives that you could use that might be a bit more derogatory, but you know, I'll save you the displeasure of hearing those for now. But anyway, there are other variations of this sweater that have a crew neck collar. I got a V-neck one because it has a bit more versatility. One thing that I find to be an issue with crew neck collars is that, or on sweaters at least, is that you can't wear them over dress shirts and make it look very, I don't know. It kind of compresses the collar down. You all have seen it before, but this lets the collar points poke out. And you can also do some like interesting layering, like I can show off my necklace if I wear this by itself, or I can wear like a ringer t-shirt underneath to give it a bit more like layering potential, as weird as that sounds with a pullover piece. But anyway, gone on too much about this. Love this sweater. I mean, you can send me offers, but I probably won't get rid of this. This is something that I could see having a lot of longevity in my wardrobe, similar to like that Capital jacket that I showed off several months ago. Don't think these will be leaving my wardrobe within the coming years. One more thing that I forgot to mention about this sweater is that it is made of 100% cotton, which is something that I really like to look out for whenever I'm searching for sweaters, because that means that I can actually wash it and dry it. Because like with a wool sweater, if you did that, it would come out of the dryer infant sized. So I don't know, that's something that I look out for a lot, so maybe that information will be useful to you as well. Going in a pretty unstructured order in the way that I present these to you all, but this is just a t-shirt that I picked up from a vintage account that is run by some people in the area. One of them works at Oneness with me. The account's called Aged Threads, and they just curate vintage stuff like, you know, worn out Carhartt jackets, vintage t-shirts, stuff like that. But right here, I bought this off of them for like 15 bucks. This heather blue ringer tee with the navy blue ribbed collar and sleeves. And the graphic is, I mean, you can read it. It says Roy Nomura 83. And I did a bit of research before I picked this up, just because I was like, what the hell is Roy Nomura? And if I remember correctly, this was like a week or two ago. It's like some sort of US military anti-aircraft island, you know, another military piece, I guess, along with that Helmut Lang sweater. Really like the color combination. The repeated graphic is sort of interesting, very similar to like those thank you for shopping or whatever, those shopping bags that you're probably familiar with. Has a bit of a really disgusting stain on the back collar that I was not aware of before I bought it. I don't know if it's sweat or what. I gotta figure out how to get that out though. If anybody has any suggestions for whatever that is, please send them my way, because I really do like this shirt, but that shit's pretty fucking nasty. Anyway, moving on. Ooh boy, this is probably one of my favorite things from this so far. This is another hand-me-down from my late grandfather, another thing that was found in my grandfather's closet. This is a very beautiful tweed sports coat, blazer, whatever you want to call it. It is a 40L, I normally wear a 42, but since this one is sized down, it fits me very close to the body. I couldn't wear anything under it like this vest, but it does a very good job of like showing off my figure, I guess. And the L in 40L means long, so the sleeves are lengthened and the body is lengthened a bit too, so it fits me a bit better. But beautiful tweed. This is probably from like the 60s, but it has this great mixture of tans and cream and brown and one yarn of like light blue, like baby blue. But beautiful jacket. Wear this quite a bit. Nice little suede shoulder patches, good little pockets that provide a little bit of utility contrary to most sports coats. Only issue is, I don't know if I did this or if it was already like this before my mom handed it over, but this damn button's cracked. Goddamn shame. Gotta get that fixed. It's not super noticeable, but either way. Good ass jacket, love that thing. Okay, all right, I guess this is the last of the pile. Oh wait, I got one more thing over here. But this is a Bernie Sanders shirt. Let's just say it was really late at night on the weekend whenever I bought this, and leave it at that. I bought this like a month ago and it came in a few days ago. And I bought it in a size medium. It's a nice little Bernie Sanders Strokes t-shirt graphic because the Strokes held a concert for him in New Hampshire on February 10th. Was not in attendance for it, but I love this shirt. Fits pretty good. I'm probably gonna cut the sleeves a bit here so they flare out a bit. That was my initial plan on buying this, but either way. Nice little graphic, love the Strokes, love Bernie Sanders. Next up, ooh, boy, this is very out of character. Streetwear Tandy is in full effect. You all thought you'd never see this one. I got some fucking Kentucky Dunks. I work at Oneness. It's a boutique in Lexington that's, you know, a few blocks over from UK's campus. We got kind of hooked up. We got most of the pairs of these. And with that, my boss just took care of all of his employees. So I got these for free a few weeks before the release. I don't know when this video will drop. It's currently Tuesday. They dropped on Saturday. But pretty good leather on these. Good little casual wear. Not really something that I would probably ever post on Instagram, especially considering I tweeted something a few months ago along the lines of dunks are coming back because y'all are fucking bored. But I'm pretty fucking bored, it looks like. I don't know if these have a price yet. I'll probably hold on to them for a bit just because they were a gift. So that would be pretty shitty of me to sell them so quickly. And plus, I do kind of like them. It's a little bit fun stepping out of the comfort zone considering I've been wearing nothing but fucking Birkenstock Bostons and dress boots for the past 3 months probably. Anyway, moving on, not done yet. You all have seen it throughout this video and I damn near forgot about it, but I've got this nice little Staatsballet low yield Sherpa vest. This is a sample actually. They did a little sample sale, so I got this for a bit of a discount. Size medium, fits me perfectly. I've worn it probably, when did I get it? Probably like 2-3 weeks ago. There's probably been like 2 days total that I haven't worn this, which is probably an issue because this is dry clean only, which I'm typically not a fan of, but either way, I've been wearing it a lot. Very comfortable. You know, layering this underneath a jacket is so warm. Back through high school, I had a Sherpa North Face jacket, like all through it. It got stolen like my sophomore year of college. I never really exercised Sherpa to its full potential because with Sherpa, if you wear it by itself, it's not super warm, but if you layer it underneath something, I feel like it insulates a lot more heat. So, learning the utilities of that with this, and it also just looks great. Great little shoulder width on it. Nice little brass zipper, dead stock Sherpa fabric. It only takes like 0.9 yards of fabric total to make one of these, so that's a pretty big deal because it just minimizes waste from the cutting process, which is, you know, one of the biggest contributors to textile waste is not having a very tight marker. But with this, you can see by the paneling and on the back, it's very similar to the front, but it's a lot of squares. So when you have all those right angles, you can just sort of stack them next to each other. And that way you don't have a lot of like fabric in between these that you're gonna just have to throw away because it's too small to use. So love this thing, very warm, wear it all the time. Next up, I have this flannel that I have on right now, this LL Bean made in USA flannel. It's probably super old because I know they don't manufacture their flannels in the US anymore. I have been on the search for the perfect flannel and I just haven't been able to find it yet. I love this one, but it's just not the best. It's an extra large. I'm usually like a size large in shirts. And so this fit's super baggy, which is a fit that I'm kind of over. Nice collar, Nice little plaid to it. You can see the sleeves are deteriorating. They've got some paint on them. I guess that was the final straw for whoever donated this. But like I said, the perfect flannel, that's probably something that I'll be trying to make in the future. So be on the lookout for that. Anyway, moving on. I have been getting into wristwatches since the past summer, but I've been doing a bunch of research before I pick up the first watch because, I don't know, I feel like buying a watch is a very significant thing. And I'm not the type to just want a shitload of them, like 3 would be my maximum probably. So I've waited all this time to finally pick one up. This is a Seiko SUP 880. It's a homage to the Cartier Tank, which is, you know, a legendary dress watch. Very similar in the like inner
chaptering
and the slanted Roman numerals. It's got a very similar, what's this called?
The word is crown.
The thing that you pull out to hack and basically change the time. Like I said before, I'm just now getting into it, so I'm not super well versed on it. But it's gold plated. Not a huge fan of that because it's gonna wear away. And you know how we are about longevity on this channel. But it was like $100 and it's solar powered, which is a very recent innovation in horology. So, you know, I kind of justified the purchase because it'll probably last a while. When this thing's fully charged, you can throw it in the dresser and the battery will stay charged for like 12 months. So, super interesting. Very sharp watch, honestly, for the price, and you can rely on quality with Seiko, although it is a quartz movement, which I'm not a huge fan of, but obviously I was a big enough fan of it to spend $100 on it. That I can think of. That's all I've got for you though. Like I said before, if you want any of this, just feel free to message me on Instagram @Tanger. Feel free to follow me while you're there, and check out my Grailed link in the description. I will have posted, I've got some things on there right now, but I'll probably have posted more by then, like some satin UK bomber jackets. I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 of the things that I just showed off. Who knows? I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Please be safe, physically and financially, mentally, all of that. And maybe the good that will come from this quarantine will be me back to a regular upload schedule. But I'm here for now. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.